Because Nicole, the other thing that I find that's a false argument sometimes for business folks who want to just compromise, Christian, that are like, they're just trying to find the excuse to just compromise and do what they need to do, is that you'll often find amongst secular business people who don't drink, who don't smoke, who don't sleep around, who don't
Yes.
compromise, they stand their ground. They stand on the thing that they believe in, right? And
Mhm.
they don't turn from that. So it is possible if you have that willingness. And that segue to this question: how can we glorify Christ as business people, regardless the type of business that we are doing? How can we go about giving God the glory in that area without showing up with our Bibles and shouting, "Jesus loves you," and da da da? What are ways that you utilize that could help some people in being able to glorify Christ while still going after that bag?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm about to say it's simple, but it may not be as simple, but it sounds like it's simple. Um, to say that Christianity or being a believer, it's not something we put on. It's not a winter coat we put on when it's winter, or a bathing
Come
suit we
on.
when it's like la plage, like, beach time. It's not a gear we put on, it's who we are. Think about your heart being like a child of God. That's who you are as identity. So that means in any calling, in any business, don't just treat it as a business, because oftentimes when you say business, you are only thinking money. Nothing's wrong with, reaping rewards of your hard work, which is something that God encourages us. But in this context, think about your business as your calling. Like I defined entrepreneurship at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're there to serve people and offer solutions, whether you're selling cars, how are you giving solution? Like always think in terms of solution. Financial services you're offering, it's a solution you're offering because people need guidance to be able to grow their finances. You're selling real estate. Guess what? You're bringing about solution that's going to increase people's generational wealth, giving them knowledge so that we can close the gap, especially in different communities, the gap of the rich and the poor, right? That's a
Yeah.
solution you bring to the table. And then
Mm-hmm.
your skill sets, your talent. Sometimes we think of talent as in like sports, singing, and all that. That it's just characteristics of who you are
Right,
and the
right.
things that you do very good naturally, right?
Mm-hmm.
To serve the people is really a core thing to think about it. So once you know that you're in business because it's your calling, you're doing this, as the word says, don't do it as if you're doing to men, but as if you're doing it to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Simply said, if you're a believer, if you keep your belief, that means that you're walking in a specific character, right? So
Yeah,
a
yeah.
character and a culture of integrity, a
Mm-hmm.
culture of respect, a culture of honesty. So if you and you're offering solutions, make sure you're keeping those core values with you. You yourself just being someone of integrity and honesty, people will start seeing that, wow, you're very different.